Ladies and gentlemen, before the pandemic came about, the Melvin Jones Fellows voted a lion in our club to become a Melvin Jones Fellow. It is so exciting for me to announce this day. In fact, come a little bit closer. You're not going to be surprised when I shout this name out to you. The lion, William Tom Fulton, our newest Melvin Jones Fellow. Here, here. Just get that audience, please. Okay, someone's head's in the way, like lyrics. Come on over this way. So Tom, this was nearly unanimous out of 6 people that were nominated. This was before you were president, before you were Lion of the Year, and it finally came through. Congratulations, Tom. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, with that, you get a pay raise.
That's right.
0 to 0.
Double.
Pat, come on. He couldn't have made it without you. Couldn't have made it without you, right? Yeah. Thank you.
When we got ours, they were big, ugly cardboard boxes. Now they're pretty.
Yeah, now just go ahead and try it.
Okay, next is going to be Cindy.
What, are you speechless?
Congratulations. President Tom, members and guests, I have a slate of things over here for us to do. It's not all work, we get to have fun too. So first off, I'm going to mention that our picnic is coming up. And that's going to be on Sunday the 29th. It's a potluck. We're providing the hamburger and hot dogs. And we're going to have you invite your friends and family, kind of make it maybe a membership drive too. But it's a fun event. And I'm going to have a meeting afterwards, right over here, for those who would like to help me set it up. And then there's strawberries from another Lions Club. So, I'll share that one. That one's from Vancouver. So there will be one from Kelso and one from Wakayakum too coming up. So, and then we have visitations for new members and old members. Like I said, fun time. District Governor will be at Ocean Shores next Tuesday on the 24th at the same time as our meeting. So it's kind of a tough one. But then we have one in Pennsylvania that they're having their beer garden. So that's the Kite Festival. So that's starting the 16th this week. So there's a fun event to go to. And if you do go, please let us know so it counts as visitation.
Yeah, feel free to interrupt.
Yeah. You gotta hear what I say.
Let's go. Come on.
And then there's one in Salmon Creek on the 26th. It's a Thursday. Louie and I will be going to that one too, or that one. So there are fun things to do and to do besides work parties. So sign up and enjoy. And then I will have a meeting right over there for those who want to help with the picnic.
Okay, I'm going to turn this over to Kurt.
Thank you. King Lion Tom, fellow Lions and guests. Today's speaker is a local businessman who was born and raised in Calais County. He lives here with his wife. They raised 4 children here. He graduated from the University of Washington with a bachelor's degree in political science. It'll get worse. Let me get this.
Okay, let's get worse. Okay.
He was appointed to the Port of Longview Board of Commissioners in 2018, representing District 3. In November 2019, he was elected to serve a full 6-year term. His official term runs from 2020 to 2026. Here we go. He's a Rotarian. But he's an active member of the community, including serving on the board of Longview's Twin City Bank. He's been actively involved in organizing and managing Squirrel Fest, as well as other community projects. He has said during his presentation, feel free to ask questions while he's going along. That's his style, so if you have a question while he's speaking, feel free to chime in. Without further ado, please give a warm Lions welcome to Port Commissioner Allan Erickson.
He's not a very good soccer coach, though.
Thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Tom. So, Tom and I used to coach soccer together, and it's been...
Don't go there. 3 weeks.
Well, close to 40 years ago, but believe that or not, anyway, so we go way back. I always enjoy speaking to this group because it's a fun group. You guys just seem to enjoy each other. So I just want to share that with you. And I'm a Rotarian with the Noon Group, and obviously you guys have a way different flavor than what we do, and it just really is a pleasure to come here and enjoy you people enjoying each other, because that's really special and you have a great relationship, and I can tell that. Also, I'm always amazed at your volunteer spirit and the fact that you make that chuck wagon go from one place to another, and I know you struggle for volunteers to do those things. We all do with volunteer groups, but still you manage to do that and carry it off and generate a lot of money for the community, and you share those funds well. I do gotta say though that you really need to work on that happy birthday thing, because that was ugly. That was ugly.
Do it worse. When your birthday, Allan? Hal taught us that. Yeah.
So, Ashley Hellenberg is here with me today, and the young lady who was going to be here with me to provide support, unfortunately, is COVID afflicted, so she's not here, and she's our community liaison. She's only been here since February, but Ashley's long-term employee with the port, and so we have the A-team today.
Yes.
And so when I have a gap here in whatever it is that I'm trying to express, Ashley will, she's got the real answer for us, and she can fill in the blanks that I have. So, yeah, I should do that, Hal. That'd be great. So it's good to see a lot of friends that I don't see very often, and it's a great group. So I'm going to move along here, and we'll slip through these slides. And again, as Kurt mentioned, if you have a question, feel free to jump in and ask me, and hopefully we'll stimulate some questions by taking a look at some of these slides. So we're celebrating our 100th anniversary this year. Did anybody manage to make it to our open house on the August the 1st? All right, a couple of you did. Thank you so much for doing that. I was not there, unfortunately. I was in Alaska, and I did catch fish, by the way. But anyway, I was in Alaska, and so I missed the event, unfortunately. But I understand it was very well attended, and those who did attend it were very impressed with the White House that we were sharing with the public for the first time in a remodeled situation. And we received rave reviews with what we were able to provide. But if you notice there that we were organized in 1921 as the Port of Kelso, and 2 years later we moved to Longview and have been the Port of Longview ever since that point in time. So there's a couple of special occasions that occurred with us, moving down to the end of Oregon Way in 1925, and those old grain elevators that are the monsters that you still see there were started in 1925, or 26, excuse me. And in 1929 we renamed the Port of Longview. So these are our current commissioners. Jeff Wilson is our senior commissioner. He's served 6 years and is up for election again now. You may know that situation. Doug Averett has served for 4+ years of his 6-year term, although I think he was there before. Isn't that correct, actually? Thank you. And here I am at about 3 years, so here we are. So this is the organizational structure of the Port of Longview, and I don't know if you can read that or not, but the picture of the gentleman that you see there is Dan Stahl, and Dan Stahl is our CEO, and he has been with us for a number of years now, although he's only been CEO for a little over a year. So, and Dan is a great leader, great communicator. If you have a chance to interact with him, you'll be very impressed. So here we are, and these are the key areas of interest here, I think, for the Port of Longview. You'll note at the top, we have Willow Grove Park, and I think most of you are aware of the fact that the park is owned by the port now, and we operate that. There's several different property owners that are involved in it, but we operate that port and support it financially and with staff people to keep it going and keep it up. And in general, we receive rave reviews for the park. And if you haven't been out there, take an afternoon to go out there on a sunny day and enjoy it. Ken? Well, you know what? You're all welcome, because all of you own that park in conjunction with the Port of Longview. So, again, come out and share it and enjoy it. We provide a very secure environment out there. We have security people out there every day. And so there's always somebody on site that's trying to keep things under control and make sure that the drunks don't get out of control. It can be an issue from time to time in parks. You may know. Well, actually, Barlow Point, you may or may not know, is a 250-acre parcel of property that is owned by the Port of Longview that is essentially undeveloped and available for development at some point in time in the future, and it can handle up to 3 berths on the river, assuming that it is developed at capacity. So it's available there. And then, of course, the Port of Longview is at the bottom portion of that, and you can see it outlined in yellow there. So that's our main facility, and that's our bread and butter. So this is the facilities that we have at the Port of Longview, and we have marine terminals, and we have 8 of those. And so we bring in diverse products, and we ship out diverse products. I'm not going to go into the details here on this, but I'll just pass this along, and we'll talk about some of the specifics here in a second. So these are some of the tenants that we have. We're heavily involved in the steel industry, and we have Skyline Steel and Brown Strauss, and both of those deal in different steel products, pipes and flat metal as well. Bridgeview Terminal, which is the terminal here, right here, is our export terminal for bulk products for soda ash and those kinds of things. International Raw Materials is the tenant that deals with those products. Berth 4 is what you see there. There is vacant right next to that ship, and we really, really want to develop that port, or that berth, I mean, but we can't take those grain silos down that you see right here. They have been abandoned for decades, and it was just a matter of coming up with the dollars to take those things to the ground and be able to bring a tenant in there and fill it. Berth 5 is leased to British Petroleum. It has been, again, for decades, and they use it for principally exporting petroleum coke, which is a byproduct of the gasoline business, and it's a solid commodity that is exported to throughout the world for aluminum production. It's a very intense heat that works great for smelting aluminum. 6, 7, and 8 are general cargo docks that whatever it is that wants to come into the Port of Longview or that we want to send overseas comes out of those berths. And these days you're seeing probably a lot of wind cargo in our community as these things, those giant wind blades you see being transported, that's where those things come in and were handled there. So it's one of our principal commodities at this point in time. And then, yeah, berth 9 is EGT, and I think you're probably mostly familiar with that. EGT is the grain export facility, and it's, I have to say, our bread and butter for the Port of Longview. They generate many, many dollars, and when they are active and they're successful in shipping grain overseas, then the Port of Longview does very well. So that's we rely on them to support us and all of you as well. So these are just different types of products that we have. So we have bulk products, which are things like soda ash and grain. And we have break bulk products, which are, you see there are rolls of steel that would be imported probably. And then we have project cargo, which is, we get inquiries regularly and for specific pieces of equipment that are imported into the United States, and it could be a big generator, which I think is what that is, although I'm not sure. But it could be that, or it could be a big tank, storage tank, or something like that comes in, just a kind of a one-off kind of thing. And there's a good deal of revenue that is generated by those kinds of activities as well. So here's just some of the things that you see that we handle at the Port of Longview. And again, I want to mention wind energy particularly because it's a very labor-intensive product that we deal with at the Port of Longview. We've developed a really good deal of expertise with handling those giant components, and we're recognized in the region as being a successful port of entry for wind cargo, and we continue to build that base. Again, it's a very labor-intensive type of cargo, and as a result, it keeps our longshore people busy and generates a lot of payroll that gets spent in our community. So one of the advantages that we have that's kind of unique at Longview is that we have a direct-to-rail facility that is somewhat unusual in that we can take cargo like that wind cargo right there and take it off the ship and put it right on rail and ship it out that way. Not many ports have access by rail right to the dock itself. Most of them have to have some kind of a lay-down area, and they handle the cargo on multiple occasions. And we have the luxury to bring it in and get it out the door, and it's what our customers want to have. You know, it's all time is money, and they want things turned around in a hurry. We're able to do that. So we have a good deal of storage. We'll call it our laydown area. And for example, the components for wind energy are oftentimes held in that area that for wind components that are transferred ultimately to trucks and shipped out that way. And if you've seen wind cargo in our community recently, those wind components are going to Canada, and so they come into Port of Longview, and the Port of Vancouver, BC is busy to the point where they can't handle it, so they have to divert it to somewhere else, and the Port of Longview is a successful place for that activity. So I'm going to talk about some projects that we have going on right now, and the first one is the North Rail Connection Project, and it's basically it's adding 1,300 feet of new track, and it's essentially an improvement project for what we already have going at the Port of Longview, and it just allows us to handle commodities more efficiently, and particularly for international raw materials, which is our tenant that exports soda ash. It allows them to handle the rail traffic more efficiently and get things out the door more quickly, which, as I mentioned, time is money. The extension of the North Rail Connection Project is our long-term growth project that we're looking to expand rail access to the Port of Longview and make things much more efficient. And we feel like that we need to do that to attract that tenant. And I mentioned berth 4 that is vacant, and we want to get somebody in there that's able to handle unit trains, and that's what it's all about these days. Unit trains are trains that are dedicated to a specific commodity. For example, the grain that comes into EGT, those commodities come by rail, and the only thing that's on that whole train is whatever that commodity is, and that could be soda ash, for example, or in the EGT's case, of course, it's different types of grain. But tenants are demanding that they have unit train access, and we just don't have that capacity at the Port of Longview now, other than at EGT, and EGT is a single commodity tenant, and you know they don't share the wealth in terms of having access. So we're going to have to develop it for specific new industries that might come in there that are looking at different commodities that they might export. Probably some kind of soda ash type commodity.
When is that supposed to be done?
You know how we're working on it right now, really seriously, and we're looking for funding from different sources, and we're hoping for some grant dollars that are going to make that help us bring it to the forefront here. It's a project that is going to have the ultimate price tag of around $100 million. So we're talking about serious money to create this race corridor. So, okay, I got to go quickly here. Anyway, we're hoping to get that done. Unfortunately, we're a quasi-government agency, and things move slowly. I seriously don't anticipate that it'll be completed before my term is up.
In
So.
1995, City Council was talking about this with the board.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
1995.
And we're extending Panel Way right now through from Panel Way, which is by Wilcox, whatever it is, and it comes out over at International Way. And we're doing that project right now. I talked about the Braille Corridor expansion project. Berth 4 redevelopment, I mentioned that as well, and if you can see that right there, the dock that we have there is just a place to park ships as they're looking for to spend some time between picking up cargo and moving on. And that's what we're using it for now, but we certainly want to develop that into something that uses more product. This is the impact of the Port of Longview, and I won't go into the details on that, but needless to say, we're an economic powerhouse for the city of Longview and for Calais County. We generate a lot of money, and a lot of money goes through the Port of Longview, and we are, I have to say, very profitable. We've exceeded our budget for the year already for this calendar year, and I'm anticipating that by the end of the year, that last year we generated about $12 million or $10 million in profit, and I'm hoping to see us achieve $12 million by the year end, but it depends on EGT and how busy the grain export business is. We'll see. But when you look at spending $100 million on a given construction project, it takes a lot of money. And people say, well, you know, why do you continue to collect taxes? Well, you know, long term, we have a lot of projects that need a lot of money, and we have a lot of ongoing projects that have financial needs as well. That's the end of the show. Questions? Yeah, Mark?
Not so much a question, but a shout out to Ashley. It's a pleasure working with her, the BIO group. You're a treasurer at the port.
All right. Yes, we do have a treasurer at the port. She did get a little color on that one. I like it. Anybody else? Actually, did I miss anything?
No.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Go tell them afterwards. Hey, Allan, you're gonna get a shout out to the World Fest.
Yeah, I'll do that real quick. So Squirrel Fest is Saturday, and it's a Longview Rotary Club project. I want you all to know that, make note of that. But thank you for your support. It's going to be way different this year than it has been in the past. So we'll see how it goes. Don't have any idea. What's that?
You'll let chipmunks in.
Yeah, we will. Anyway, so I look forward to seeing you all on Saturday. And I don't think I have anything else. Any more questions? Anything else? All right. Thank you so much.
I don't know if anybody presented you with that.